A Peter Rabbit Tale by Penguin Books. Peter hops aboard. One hot summer day, Peter Rabbit and his family had a lovely picnic by the pond. After lunch, Mrs. Rabbit settled down with her knitting while the little bunnies looked for something fun to do. Peter spotted Squirrel Nutkin gliding along the rippling water. This gave him an idea. "I'm going to build a raft," he said. Flopsy, Mopsy and Cottontail thought this sounded very exciting. "We want to help," they cried. "I'm good at plaiting reeds, so I can tie the raft together," said Flopsy. "I'll find a big stick for the mast," offered Mopsy. "And I can huff and puff the boat along," squeaked Cottontail. She had been blowing dandelion clocks all day and was now rather good at it. But Peter decided that he didn't need any help. "I'm going to make my own raft," he said, and he set off along the water's edge alone. Peter worked all afternoon to make the raft ready. He hopped aboard feeling rather pleased with himself. Peter floated for one glorious minute, but then he felt his raft give a little shudder. Oh dear, he hadn't tied it together tightly enough. He rocked and wobbled and tried to grab onto something, but there was nothing to hold on to. With a splash, Peter fell into the water. But he quickly felt himself being pulled out of the pond. "Careful, Peter," said a croaky voice. Mr. Jeremy Fisher was fishing from a lily pad. Once Peter was safely beside him, the friendly frog handed him a large handkerchief to dry his ears. "I just wanted to build a raft," sighed Peter, "but it was hard on my own." "We all need help from time to time," Jeremy reminded him. "You just have to ask for it." Peter knew that Jeremy was right. He waved goodbye to his friend, promising to bring back his handkerchief when it was dry. He saw his family building their raft all together, but would they let him join in? "Peter," called Flopsy, "come help us find a sail." Peter smiled. He had just the thing. The family set sail. Jeremy Fisher's handkerchief was tied to the mast, flapping proudly. "Your sail is perfect, Captain Peter," giggled Cottontail. Peter smiled at his sisters. "Together we make the perfect crew," he said.